This is my little buddy Halftail. This is Halftail. I call him that because of his tail back here. You can barely see that nub. Right there. We call him that, and he is our dominant male. He is the biggest possum out here at the moment. You can tell he's male because of his black fur, his large white head, and his predecessor's head was twice that size, if not 3 times that size, which sounds like impossible, but it was. Oscar was the biggest biggest darn possum I've ever seen. This one, on the other hand, Halftail, he is our current male. You can tell he's been in a few fights. Sorry for the jumbliness. Yeah.
To help this to smooth together. And just make sure you get all the lumps out of it. You know, again with sweetness, this is just a personal thing. Just a little smidge of salt.
See, I love Halftail because he uses his hands a lot. He's a very clean possum, even though he's constantly covered in blood. Which, if you look on a possum, next time you see one, look right there next to his ear, down a little bit. That's supposed to be white. And it is always covered in red with him. And I'm pretty sure that's just because he's always eating. There you go. Kind of see that tail a little better. Half of it there anyway. Big thick tail. His sharp claws. Powerful teeth. There you go. That's Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispie treats that he's eating. It was made with, instead of 3 tablespoons, it was made with 4. And the Jet Puff, which that really doesn't add much health and nutrition for him, but it gets it out of my kitchen and he gets something to eat. And we do feed every night. He does come up every night. Well, not every night. I take that back, because some nights we don't have leftovers. And those nights, we don't feed. Unless it's inclement weather. If it's inclement weather, then yes, we'll feed. We'll find something to put out there. Because if it's going to be really, really cold or something like that, we'll put something with some protein and some fat in it to help them out. Right now, this has been out there since yesterday. We didn't have any come up because we had some, I don't know why we didn't have any come up last night. Not real sure, but we just didn't. But we had these guys, or this one come up tonight, and another one. And most of the time, if you see one that is dark black like that, that is a male. Females are all gray or a silver color. That is very important to know, because if you see a silver one that's been hit, you should stop and check to see if it still has babies, because it might have babies inside. And if they have babies inside and the mother's been hit, then you can either raise them for a year and a day, which possums don't need that much. Honestly, with a possum, if you're trying to keep them wild, you got about 2 months, and they're ready to go out on their own. You play hiding games with them, where you burrow food underground. You teach them how to find things, teach them how to climb, things like that, how to find food. And they are nocturnal, so you do have to do a lot of that at night, which is part of the fun, but part of the hassle. They are not the best smelling animal to have in your house unless you clean constantly, and you cannot keep them in a single room carrier. Possums have to have an area for them to go to the bathroom. They have to have an area for them to sleep, and then in their food area has to be somewhere else. We've only had to take in a few small babies, generally a week or two old, sometimes maybe 3 or 4 weeks old. Bottle feed them for a little while. Hide the food, little pieces of food here and there, all over the place, and let them go around and find it. They'll use their nose.
You're watching KMOS TV, Sedalia, Warsaw, a community service of the University of Central Missouri.
You have to give them stuff to climb on, so you have to attach ropes and things with little platforms, and you have to... It's a lot of work. You have to do a lot of research on them. But they are not as bad as everybody says. I really enjoy my half-tail. So, say goodnight, half-tail. Good night, everybody.